Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. Today we are going to create an amazing app, an AI app that will be a comment sorter. So before we begin, can you please confirm that you can hear me all good? Hello everyone. Okay, so now that we have that out of the way, what we will do is we are going to create this app, and the idea behind this is not for me to just type in and show you guys how exactly to do and create this app. What we will do is I want you to follow along, and that is the reason why I created this project on the website. We already created a course page or a project page for that, so that you can go ahead before time, download it and install all the prerequisites so we can get started right away. Now, the thing is, this is the very first time we are going to do this, and what happens is that not everyone is able to follow along for the very first time. So what we will do is I will show you the process so that next time around when we are doing this, then more of you are more prepared to actually create the apps, create the projects. So we will have a good time coding. So before we begin, can everyone basically tell us where they are coming from? We have also started a poll which tells you that how many people have actually installed. So I can see not a lot of you have already installed. Well, 40% have installed the prerequisites and 60% did not. So that's why, because a lot of you have not installed, we are going to take a few more steps and install everything. It doesn't matter how long this takes. I don't know, half hour, 1 hour, 2 hours, whatever it takes, we are going to build this app and we will get it up and running. And the biggest thing to see here would be how exactly to get started if you have an idea, if you want to create something. So we will create it from the very beginning. So it will be a lot of fun. So we have people from India, Florida, US, we have from UK, United States, Canada, India, Bhutan, Vietnam. So we have a lot of diversity here. That's amazing to see. And the people in US, I believe it's early in the morning there. So it's very impressive that you have joined because of the difference in time zone. So the question comes in, can we use VS Code instead of PyCharm? So the answer is yes, of course you can use VS Code, that's not a problem. We use PyCharm because it has the functionality of creating a virtual environment, and it makes it so simple that you don't even realize it. A lot of people who actually use PyCharm, they don't even know what virtual environment is, because it makes it so seamless that it is so easy to work with, and it has a lot of functionality by default, so it makes it a perfect combination for using Python. But of course you can use any other IDE if you prefer. So we have people from Pakistan as well, and then we have someone for BR. What's BR? Is it Brazil? Okay, while we are waiting, what we will do is we will open up our website to make sure that everyone has access to the prerequisites. They know how to get access to the prerequisites. because that is very important. What we can do is I can also copy and paste some of the things in the chat so that you can get access to that as well. Okay, what we will be doing is, first of all, we will go to the website. What about Google Colab? Yes, of course, you can use Google Colab as well. That is a good option. But the thing is, we are not going to use GPU this time around. We just need a CPU and it will be running quite fast. So you don't have to worry about running it on a CPU, on a GPU. So even if you are using a laptop, even a MacBook, everything pretty much would work. And that is why I chose this as the first project, so that it is applicable to everyone and they can easily get started. So now, before we begin, what I would like you to do is take a little bit of time out and go ahead and enroll in the NVIDIA's GTC conference. They have sponsored this video and they are hosting the GTC 2024. It is basically an expo, an AI conference, which is being held just after 2 days. So today is 16, 17, and 18. It's after 2 days. All you have to do is you have to register now. And what I will do is I will add a link. Actually, I forgot to add the link. So many things happening at the same time. So let me just add a link which you can click on and register so that you will be in the pool where you can get a 4090. If you see a lot of content creators, they are giving away 4080, but we are giving away 4090. So the best one. So 24 gigs of VRAM, which is mind-blowing when it comes to AI models. I have a 3080 and a 3080 Ti, and it runs really fast. And imagine what you can do with a 4090 with 24 gigs of VRAM. So what I will do is I will paste it. I will paste it in the chat, as well as I will try to add it into the description so that anyone who wants to go ahead and register, they can do it there. So nowadays it's very important. Okay, I have added it in the description as well. Now the thing is, nowadays it's very important to get ahead of the AI game. So you need to know what exactly is happening. You can see the example of Sora. You can see the example of Devin, which has pretty much shaken the software community. So what happens is that you need to know what exactly is happening in the AI world. Otherwise, you might seem or you might get left behind. So an AI conference like this, the GTC conference, is an amazing way to get up and running, get started, and understand where exactly is the world headed. So what I have done is I have already scheduled my sessions. So this is my schedule that I will be following. First of all, we have the keynote. So the GTC keynote speaker, of course, the CEO himself will be there. And I think this will be a very good start. It will give us the overview of where the complete AI is headed, because when you talk about AI, it's pretty much backed up by NVIDIA. So because all of the hardware currently, you can say it's kind of a monopoly, which NVIDIA has with all the AI hardware. So I'm pretty sure they might have some of new things that they will announce. So make sure you attend that. And two of the conferences that I really will attend and enjoy will be the Harnessing AI Knowledge Evolution for Personalized AI Assistance. So this is the one I'm very interested in. And then we also have for the autonomous vehicles, how autonomous vehicles will use generative AI. So later I will send you the links of these as well, because they are very related to our topic as well. So you might benefit from these. So make sure you go ahead and sign up for using the link below so that you get into the pool of winning a 4090 graphics card. So now, is everyone ready? Are we ready to get started? Are you ready to get coding? Sorry, can't watch it now. Gonna download it after it is over. Bye. But really, thanks for the bottom of my heart to provide such information, content, love from Asia. Oh, great. So, no worries. Of course, if you're busy, you can watch it later as well. But the good thing here is that you will be able to ask questions. If you have any questions regarding the topic, then of course you can ask right away. So I think a lot of you have already answered about the poll. So what we will do is we are going to end the poll and then we will start with our session. Okay, so as I was saying, you have to first go to our website, you have to log in, and then you can simply go to the projects. And here you will find tons and tons of projects that are free, and you will get the code, you will get the tutorial, and a lot more. So here you will see this is our latest one, which is automated comments sorter. We are going to go ahead and click on that. And then from there, you are going to see this is the app that we will be creating. It basically separates good comments from bad comments. So if you have a website where do you want to add this functionality, then you can do so from using this methodology. So here what you can do is you can click on enroll now. If you don't see this, you have to click on enroll now, which will be here. And then you can go down and you can simply click on prerequisites. So this will take you to the prerequisites. And what this will do is it will tell you how to get started and how to install. So what I will do is I will open up a new Python and PyCharm project. So here we have a PyCharm project. We are about to start this. What do you think we should call it? Suggest a name for the project. Seems the autofocus is not that great. Okay, so we have AI sentiment analysis bot, okay, comment separator, comment analyzer. Oh, I like this one, comment analyzer. So let's copy that and we are going to paste it in the name, and this will be the name of our project, comment analyzer. So let's go ahead and create that, and we are going to open it up. It is creating the virtual environment, and there you go. So now we have the virtual environment ready. What that means is that all this software, all the libraries, all the packages that we will install will be installed in this folder only in this part. So if we create a new project, we will not have those libraries installed there because that project might not need these libraries or packages. So now we do have, if you look here, if I just push this around here, we do have the install requirements file. So what we can do is we can use this to batch install all of the different softwares or all of the different packages that we need. So what this will allow us to do is to very quickly get up and running. So what we will do is we will first of all create a new file, and we are going to call it requirements.txt. And inside that, as soon as you do that, PyCharm basically recognizes it that this is something to get started with or to install. So what we will do is we will double click this, and now we can simply copy this part. We will copy and paste it. And now you can see PyCharm already tells us that you are trying to install these. Do you want to get started? So if you can see this, it's a button that says install requirements. So if you click that, it will install. Now, in case you are not using PyCharm and you're using something else, you can go to the terminal of your virtual environment. You can see here, this is the virtual environment, very important. And what you can do is you can simply write pip install and then -r. This means that you are referring to a requirements file, and then you will give the reference to or the name of the requirements file, requirements.txt. So if you enter that, it should now start installing the requirements file. And as you can see, it is installing all of that. So while it's installing, if you have any questions, you can always ask in the chat. Create a VR headset. Where can I get the chair? Will this project require any GPU? Okay, first of all, create a VR headset. We are actually working towards a VR. I actually bought this a few days ago. You can see the Meta Quest 3. So it is quite interesting to see how it works, especially with the mixed reality part. And then we have a question, where can I get that chair? Well, it's not very comfortable, to be honest. I actually don't know the name. Maybe it's Red Dragon. Yeah, the name of the company is Red Dragon. Will this project require any GPU? No, it will not require any GPU. It will only need CPU. Do you use professional version of PyCharm? No, we are using the community version. I have never used the professional version. I have always used the community version because I know most of you are using the community version. Then it's no point of me telling you how to use something you don't have access to, right? So that's the idea. And I think we are done with the installations. So that's pretty good. Now, one thing I like to do is when we are creating a project, sometimes it's better to do a little bit of brainstorming. What exactly are we trying to achieve? So you can do it in many different softwares. Sometimes I use Canva as well for this. So what exactly are we trying to achieve? That's the main question. The idea is that we need to sort out the comments. Then we need to add a graphical interface to that as well. So there's two aspects of this. First, we need to detect if it's good or bad, the comment that was given, and then we need to check or we need to see all the comments with some sort of feedback. So that's the basic idea of what we are going to do. Now, it seems my net is taking a hit. because there's so much going on. Uh, I was hoping to open Canva and do some brainstorming on it, but it seems a bit difficult at this moment. Can we do this on Jupyter Notebook? Jupyter Notebook. Can you do this on Jupyter? I believe you can. I haven't tried it, but I don't see a reason why you won't be able to do it. James Baker says, love you, man. Love you too. Thank you for all the good comments. Follow you from Peshawar. Oh, welcome, welcome. Okay, so we have Canva opened up. I hope I can get it running. So, okay, so there we have it. So let's try to do something because the assets, they're not loading well. Anyways, so what we will do is, first of all, we are going to create a rectangle. This is not something you have to do. It's just for me so that I can explain it to you better. And that's pretty much the idea of what we are trying to achieve here. So we will put the white color as the text and we will give a background of any of these colors. I really like their collection of colors. It's very good by default. So we will make it bigger. So the first thing we have to do is we have to classify text. So we need to classify whether it's good or bad. So that is one of the things. And then the second thing we need to do is we need to have a graphical interface. The graphical interface we can have using Streamlit that we have already installed here. You can see we have Streamlit installed, so we can do it from there. And then we will need, what else do we need? We need a way to keep our comments. So show comments. So we need a way to add and show. First of all, add comments, and then we need a way to show the comments as well. These are two different things because when you're coding, you will see why they are different. So show comments. What color? Red? Okay. So do we have any questions? Nafis says boss with a heart. Thank you. I really like your Arduino projects. Would really love to see more of those. Okay, we'll look into that. I believe, yeah, we created a course a while back. Maybe it's time to add some more projects. Love from, I don't know how to spell this. Uthkrand? It's difficult to spell where you are from, but welcome. Following you from Cameroon. Okay, great. What tool are you using now for live stream? I'm using OBS. You are watching from Uzbekistan. Welcome. Great to see a lot of diversity here. So this is what we are going to do. We are going to, let's write 1 and let's see what do we get. There you go. This will be our step 1. We will be classifying this. Then our step 2 will be to add a graphical interface. So again, I'm doing this from the very beginning as it's coming, as if I'm thinking of the project right now. So whatever comes to mind, I'm putting it on this canvas so that you can follow along and see the procedure as well. So sometimes it's good to do it on a paper and pen as well, but right now we are doing it on a live session, so we have to do it with something digital. Oh, we have someone from Sri Lanka as well. It's a subset of India. It's very hard to pronounce, my friend. You are the best. Oh, thank you. Shah Ramadan. I don't know what that means, but happy Ramadan to you as well. Love from Bangladesh, from Islamabad, Pakistan. Bangladesh. Oh, we have a few from Bangladesh as well. Will there be any Django OpenCV tutorials? Well, I've been looking into that, and maybe we will have something soon with that as well. Django or maybe Mern or LAMP. Which one do you want? There's a lot of possibilities with web apps. Can we give a computer vision? I mean, AR stuff inside a robot. Of course we can. All depends on the software and the hardware. Do you have any course for engineering side of computer vision and video analytics solutions from India? It's a bit specific what you're asking for, but you might find some solutions here and there in different courses. Love your YOLO CV projects. Will you release new study based on YOLO version 9? I think what we have discussed in YOLO V8 is pretty much applicable to YOLO V9. So creating a completely new tutorial, maybe 3-4 hours, might be an overkill for that. But if you want a small video, maybe we can do that. Because when I see the results, I don't see a big difference in YOLO 8 and YOLO 9. Do you guys see a big difference? Can you comment in the chat? Is there a big difference between YOLO 8 and YOLO 9 when you see the results, when you see the bounding boxes? Devin, AI software can replace developers. What's your opinion? Well, I'm going to make a video on that because there's a lot of hype of Devin and how it's going to take over the software industry right away. So there are pros and cons of that, but I will discuss this in detail. Hopefully within this week, I will upload a video. In which field should we go as AI is doing everything? I think programming is still has a lot more than everybody's anticipating. So it's not going anywhere. So you don't have to worry about that. Wanted to thank you for all your help. I've learned a lot about machine learning and how to incorporate in my projects. You are welcome and thank you for joining us. Thank you so much. Love from India. Thank you as well. So let's continue with our project because we have to do the project as well. There's a lot of questions. We will be taking up the questions as well as we go along. So now we have 4 parts. We have decided that our project will be classified or separated in 4 different regions. So what we will do is we will start with the first one. So how exactly can we classify the text? That's the first thing. So what we will do is we will go to Hugging Face. And in the Hugging Face, we are going to go ahead and look for different models. So we will download the model and then we will use it. So here what we will do is we will look for text classification, because that is what we are doing. We are classifying our text for good and bad. If we click on that and then we go to most downloads or most likes, then we are going to see that this your Distill birds based uncased fine-tuned SST to English, that is the one that is, I believe, the most popular, as it has over 9 million downloads this month. And as you can see, it can classify text. So here it says, I like you, I love you. And if you compute that, it says it's a positive comment. But if we write here, get lost, which was on the thumbnail today, and if we click on that, it says it's a negative. So this is a negative comment that we are getting. So again, if we try something, this is the best video ever, compute, and that is a positive. This is the best video ever, but you are the worst. Let's see what it does. It's a negative. Okay. I guess, yeah, the negative overweighs the positive when you are using such harsh words. So I guess that's the idea behind it. So what we will do is we are going to use this, and we will use it using our tensor. Sorry, not tensors, transformers. So how can we use this? The easiest way to use this is using the pipeline. You can simply copy this part and paste it, and that should be good enough. Now, what we can do is we can also check if they provided with any code. And here you can see they have provided with the code, which allows you to do this. And here we have uses, direct use, misuse, out of scope, and all this information. So what we'll do is we'll use it using the pipeline. So we can simply copy it from use and transformers. We will copy this part by clicking here, copy. And what we will do is we are going to simply go ahead and paste it in our coding environment. So what we will do is we will right click and create a new Python file. And we are going to write here, let's say this is our main file, and we are going to paste this here. So I believe we are done with the installations. So hopefully everyone is already ready. So the question comes in, what is a pipeline? Now, pipeline is basically what happens is a lot of different AI models, they have a lot of different conversions before they can understand the text. So for example, if you are saying, what is the weather? It will send some text to the AI model, but it will not directly send that text. It will first convert it into tokens, and those tokens will be converted into token IDs. And then that will be sent to the AI model. Then when it's sent to the AI model, AI will process it, and then it will convert it back into tokens. You have to decode it and convert it back into English. So all of that process is very complicated, because each AI model will have a different type of token, a tokenizer, which will help us create those tokens and token IDs. So it's very difficult to manage all of these. So what Transformers has done, it has created a pipeline. What this pipeline does is that it automatically detects what AI model you are using, which tokenizer it needs, which decoder it needs, and all of that. So you don't have to worry about all of that difficult computation. All you do is you simply write pipeline, and at the back end, it will do all of the heavy lifting or the manual computation that you might have to do if you are not using this. So it makes it very easy. What did you copy? I copied this part. So if you can see this, this part is what I copied. What are tokens? Tokens are basically numbers or token is basically text, and token IDs are reference of those text. So it's basically converting before you send it to an AI model. Whatever input you give an AI model, it cannot understand unless it's numbers. So whenever you give an input, whether it's an image, whether it's audio, whether it's video, whatever it is, it needs to be converted into tokens. Tokens will be sent to the AI model. That's the idea. Where are you from? I'm from Pakistan. You didn't already know that. Okay. So use a pipeline. So that's what we have copied. I will repeat. We will copy this part. And now what we will do is we will simply paste it here, and we will start running this. Should we output it or not? Let me check. Let me check. So what we can do is we can write this as a classifier. We will call it a classifier. And then what we can do is we can give in any text that we want. For example, the AI is already recommending us, I like this video. So do we get a positive answer? Do we get a negative answer? That is what we want to see. So what we can do is we can write here result equals this, and then we can simply write print result. So this will allow us to see what exactly do we get. So now what happens is that once we run this, it will start downloading. So I'm hoping that my net is able to take it, or I believe it's already cached. So that's why it's able to it's able to give the right answer right away. So for you, it is going to download and it will store it in the cache. So where exactly is the cache? If you ask me that question, you can go to your C. So if you go to your local C, over there you will go to users, and in users you will go to your user, whatever your name of your computer is, and then you will go to .cache, and over here you will see Hugging Face. You will click on that, and then you will click on Hub, and that will give you all the different models you have downloaded. So in our case, you can see this is the model that it has already downloaded. So because I want you to continue along with me, what I will do is I will delete this and we will download it again, hoping that the internet can take it. So let's right click and run it again. And this time around, it is going to start downloading. How did you get this pipeline window? Okay, what I will do is I will copy and paste this link. I will copy and paste this link so you guys can download. You can go ahead and download it from there. So I believe it is downloading, but it's not really showing us. Let's go to Wi-Fi and I can see, yeah, it is downloading, but it's not showing us what exactly is happening. If we go to the cache, is it downloading? Let me check. Yeah, it is downloading because I can see here this is the file at 9:50 p.m., which is right now. If we refresh this, do we get anything? Not yet. Okay, I think it has downloaded, or it is. Yeah, it is downloading here. You can see this is the cache. So hopefully it will be done soon. I'm not sure why it's not showing. Yeah, because of the net. That's the problem. Trying to resume download. I was worried about this. Okay, downloading doesn't show in the terminal. Don't know why. It used to show, I believe, and we launched the course AI for everyone, and in that it always showed that it is downloading and all that. But I'm not sure why it's not downloading. Why it's not showing that it's downloading. One thing you can do is you can press Control, Shift, and Escape, and that will open up this terminal. So what you can do is you can click on more details, and then you can go to performance, and that will tell you if your Wi-Fi suddenly jumps up, you can tell that it is trying to download something. So that's the basic idea. So right now it is downloading. Hopefully it will download soon. Can you please tell us how did you learn all these things? Experimentation. So try to do whatever you are doing, try to do new things so that along the way you will learn. It doesn't always have to be related to money or job or anything else. It's just for fun. Try new things, and that's the idea. I don't know how to track object properly. It uses many algorithms of CV, but it doesn't give me perfect tracking. Car and box moves with it when another car comes. Well, that basically relies on detection plus tracking, which is one of the hardest things to do. And I believe that's the heart of our computer vision algorithms, object detection and tracking. So you can try different trackers and you can try different parameters to actually tune it better. But it definitely depends on the use case as well. Okay, so here we have downloaded it, and you can see we have it here, and we are getting that this is a positive, and it's 99% sure that it is positive. Now, what I like to do is I like to copy it and put it in a folder so that I know that it's there and I can use it in different places as well. So what I do is I create a new file, or should we do it or not? I will teach you how to do it. It's up to you if you want to do it or not. So we will right click, create a new directory, and we will call it models. And inside that, we are going to go ahead and paste our model file. So right click, open in Explorer. So you can see here, this is our models. And what we will do is we will go to our cache. So this is the cache that we were referring to. And here you can see this is the model. I will just refresh to make sure that it has been downloaded. So I will click on this, I will copy it, and I will paste it here. So now I have the model over here. You can see this is the model. Now, if I want to refer to this model, all I have to do is I have to go to snapshots, and then I have to copy this link. So I can right click and I will copy path and path from content root. That is what I will do. And then instead of model and giving this, we will give in the path. So we will write here model underscore path equals our path that we copied. And what I like to do is I like to press enter right before the snapshots so that it's two different lines. And here you can see we have models, and then inside that we have our file. So what I can do now is I can simply refer it over here as the model path. So now it has already downloaded, and if I run it, it is going to give me the answer directly. There you go. So if we write, let's say, get lost, let's see what happens. So as you can see, it is a negative 99%. So in the comments, add something that I should try it out here. So what comment, for example, do you want me to try out and see? Or let's try to trick it. Give me a comment which might be very negative, but it classifies it as a positive, or it might be positive, but it classifies it as a negative. So add something in the comments that we will try to fool the AI. I love your videos using head position tracking in Unity. Would you ever consider making an Unreal Engine version? To be honest, I don't have any experience whatsoever with Unreal. I have mostly worked with Unity. So maybe if there is some demand, I will try to learn and then maybe share my experience with you. I got the project using UAV tracking the objects and many more things. We are actually covering this in our new Kickstarter campaign, the AI drone programming course. It will actually have, what do you call this, object detection and tracking part so that you can detect and classify. Guys, don't spam. Sir, can you tell me something about Kiwi? I'm not sure what that is. I ignored. Okay, what is that? I ignored for being. I can't read because something is obstructing it. Let me check somewhere else. I ignored you for being more humble and caring to me. Oh, that is intense. Let's see what it says. It's a negative. I ignored you. I guess that's where it got the hint that I ignored you. Best algorithm to make self-driving car. Best algorithm to make a self-driving car. That is a very broad question. You are too good to be a bad person. I think that's a positive one. Yeah, positive 99%. How can I make my own ChatGPT? Guys, please don't spam. Write it once. How can I make my own ChatGPT? You need millions of dollars of GPUs, a lot of brain power. You need a lot of Einsteins in your team to actually make that happen. I think the Mistral is right now worth 2 billion or something. And they are actually creating something similar to ChatGPT. So it's not very easy to do that sitting at home. Okay, so then what we will do is, now once we have our first part ready, this is the first part which we discussed earlier. Where is our Canva? Here is our Canva. So we have classified the text. We are good to go. Now we need a graphical interface. We need to add some graphics, and then we will see how can we add comments. So let's go ahead and add Streamlit. So Streamlit is very easy to add. Import, oh, where am I writing? Import Streamlit as st. That's basically how you can import Streamlit. And then what we will do is we will first of all create a title. So in this time around, we will call it, what was the name? Comment Analyzer. So this will be the title of our project. And what else do we need? We will be needing a video so that we can show that it's like a YouTube video. And then we will have some comments below that as well. So we will have that. But for now, what we will do is we are going to go ahead and run this. So we will right click, and what we can do before we do that, we are going to comment this out. All of this we can drag, and we will press Control and backslash, and this will comment everything. So you can also right click and comment. Now what we will do is we will focus on one thing at a time. Now to make it easier, we are going to add these, load the model, or we will call it, what did we call it in Canva? What did we call it in Canva? Classify text. So this is our text classification. So this is our part one. So we have done the part one. Now we are headed to part two. We will add this later on when we are done with our graphical part. So now we are going to check if this is running as a Streamlit app. So to run a Streamlit app, it's very easy. All you have to do is you have to go to your terminal and you have to write Streamlit run, and you will write main.py. So that's the name of our app. So we are going to go ahead and run that. And here you have the local URL and the network URL. So we are going to open that up. And there is our comments analyzer. There we have it. This is the heading. And now what we can do is we can add an input text part where the user can actually write. And we also need a video. So what we will do is we will first add a video, st.video, and then we are going to give in the video URL. So what I would like to do is I would like to promote our new course. What's the name of the course? AI for everyone. And it's free, right? So it's a fair game. You can simply go ahead and get started with AI for everyone. And I will copy the link of that. This is my link. I will copy it here. So that's the link of our AI for everyone course. And what I can do is I can go back and I can refresh this and it should come up here. There you go. So AI for everyone, learn modern artificial intelligence from scratch. Can you paste that command here? Sure. The command is streamlit run main.py. I have seen many bad drivers, but you. Interesting. We'll try that out later on, whether it classifies as good or bad. Anyways, so moving on. Is everything clear so far? Are we headed in the same direction, or is somebody stuck? Any questions that you have, you can ask about what we have done so far. There is a bit of a lag, and that's why I just wait for everyone to respond so that we can move forward before everyone has a chance to reply. Can you paste the video link? Sure, we can paste the video link here. So let's copy this part and we can paste it here. So pretty much you can paste any video that you want. Streamlit create a web page. Yes, it will create a web page and it will allow you to click on that web page. And the good thing, let me show you the good thing. I am currently on the same network on my phone. So what I can do is I can access this using this URL on my phone as well. So if I write 192.168.18.608501. Waiting for it to open up. I have a lot of things running at the same time, and I guess that is not a good thing. Trying to run it. Try again. 192. Doesn't seem to load up. But I'm sure you will be able to do this on your phone as well if you load it up. I'm not having any good luck here, but I'm pretty sure you can. Can you send the network URL? It will be different for you, so you can use that. So the idea is that if you are using the same Wi-Fi or the same network, then within that network, anyone can write this on their phone or their tablet or their computer, and they should be able to access this. This is why this is so easy to get started with. I guess that's why it's not allowing, because it was asking for the administrator access. Maybe I'll try it again. 192. And this is why it's so easy to get started with this, because you can create something very quickly and you can deploy it for, let's say, a company or a hospital or a law firm. So it will be very easy for them. As you can see here, if you guys can see here, this is exactly what we are getting here as the app. So it's running on my phone. So what I can do is I can make some changes here. I can remove, let's say, the comments analyzer. We will remove the analyzer. And if I refresh it here, you can see it's removed from here as well. It just says comments. So that's the idea. Even on your phone, you can have it up and running without any issues. So we'll put it back as analyzer. How do I do that? Unlock the door using face detection. Well, that's a simple project. You can check our Arduino course on YouTube. It tells you how to get connected with Arduino and how to move the servo, but please don't spam. If you will spam, I will have to block you. Please don't spam. Okay, so moving on, now what we will do is, now that we have reached this point, what the next step is to add comments, right? So we now have the graphical interface. We have done the classification part. We have done the graphical interface. And then we have to add comments. Now, to add comments, what we can do is we can ask the user to give an input. So we can simply write here st dot input, text input, and then enter your comments. And let's say we have the value of amazing video. So that is where we are starting off with. And then of course, once the comment is added, then we can look further what exactly is the comment. So we can save this. And if we go back and refresh this, there you go. It says enter your comment, and below that it says amazing video. So that's the basic idea of adding comments here. So I can write this is good, this is bad, whatever I want I can write here, and I can hit enter and nothing happens. And the reason is because we didn't ask it to do anything. So that's why we have our next step, which is actually to show the comments. And now that I remember, we do have one more step. This is to add the comments. And then we have show the comments. And after that, we will call it make it fancy. So I like to add a little bit of graphics here and there so that it looks good. So that's our last part, making it fancy. And we can change the color of this so that it doesn't look the same. Okay, so now that we have been able to add comments, what we will do is now we need to show the comment. So how exactly can we show the comments? What we can do is we can put all of our comments in a list and then we can display them. So what we will do is we will go back to our code, and here we are going to write that we have all underscore comments, and we have it in a list. And as soon as someone enters something in the text input or someone presses a button, then we should append to our all comments. So here we can write st.button. So we are adding a button, and let's say we will write here add comment. Add comment, not comment. Okay, so we'll write here add comment, and here we are going to write if st.button. This means that this will have a value of true or false. If somebody pressed the button, it will have the value of true. If somebody didn't, then it will have false. So if that's the case, then you can see it's already giving us all comments dot append, and then what we append is basically our value. So what we will do is we will write here, we will not do it as the AI is showing us to do. We will write all comments dot append, but we will simply append our text. So whatever text we have, we are going to append that. So how can we get this value? We can get it from here. We can write here comment equals this, and then we can copy it and paste it here. So basically we will add our comments as we go along. So now what we will do is we will create a function to show all the comments. Okay, I really enjoyed 13-hour AI video. Thanks for the information. You are welcome. What AI working in your PyCharm. So the AI we are using, the model we are using is this. This is the name of the model. It's text classification. Okay, so now what we need to do is we need to add comments over here. We can see that we have done that. And once we do that, we can simply print all comments to see if actually it's saving it or not. So if I go here and if I refresh this comments analyzer, and here we can see there's a button called add comment. Here it says amazing video. If I click on that, you will see the list actually shows here, video, amazing video. If I press again, it still shows me amazing video, only one, right? But it should have added more. This is the problem. So for example, if I write here bad video and I add a comment, it says here bad video only. But we had amazing video first, and then we had amazing video again, and then we had bad video. So it should have three things, but it is showing us only one thing. Why is that happening? This is the concept of state. So what happens is that Streamlit, it actually has a state. Whenever you click on this, it actually refreshes this and it runs the code again. So what happens, the state, the variable actually changes. It refreshes these variables and we are not able to append it like we do normally in Python. So what is the solution of this? The solution of this is very simple. All you have to do is you have to add it in the state, in the session state. So there is a session state that will be removed only if you close that session. If you keep it open, then it will remain in that session. For example, if you have used a calculator, so when you are using that calculator, it will have some history of what you added or subtracted within that session. If you close the calculator and open it up again, then it will not remember what you did before. So that's basically the idea of session state. So what we will do is we will include a new variable in the session state. We will call it all comments. We will say that if all comments not in st.session state, it means if it's not already in the state. This we are doing at the very beginning for the very first time. That's it. That's why we are writing if it's not there, do it. If it's there, it will not do it again. So if all comments is not already a list available in the session state, then in the session state, add all comments and make it empty. Make it an empty list. So that's the basic idea. We have a question I have created using that video website using Streamlit. If you give permission, I can, sure, share the link. It will be fun to have a look. What did you create? So I hope this part is clear. If you have any questions regarding this part, you can ask. The idea is that when we add a new comment, it should not remove all the previous comments. So now wherever we wrote all comments, instead of writing all comments, we will write st.session state all comments. So we will replace, so this part we can remove because we are creating it here already. And then over here, we will write session state all comments, append comment, and then print instead of all comments, we will print session state all comments. I hope this is clear. It's not very difficult if you know the actual problem. So if we open up our app, if we refresh this, and now if we add a comment, it says amazing video. If we add again, now you can see it adds the second one as well. So if I write, for example, bad video, then it will add the comment again. So now we have 3 comments. Then we can see we can write bad video, not good, and there you go. So now we have a list of all the comments. Now, of course, if we refresh this, it might not be the case. Here you can see it starts again. So it has only for that session, it is going to add the comments. Now, if you wanted to make it more accessible, you can save it in a file. You can say that is your database. And then from there, you can retrieve all the comments and upload it here. But that's not what we're going to do here. We are going to use the session state instead. Okay, so now what we will do is we will move on to the next part, is where we actually display the comments. So displaying the comments, we should have a new function for that, so that whenever we want to display it, we can simply display it by calling that function and without any issues. So what we can do is we can write here, or let's start from here, def display comments, and then inside that we will give in all the comments, and then it will loop through all the comments, and then we can simply write st dot let's say write, and then we can give in our comment. So our comment is, let's say comment number, let's say idx. So this will give us the loop number. So that's what we are writing here. So it will be comment 1, comment 2, comment 3, and so on. And then what we are getting here is the direct comment. Why does it say you have to get the text? Oh yeah, you do have to get the text from here. So we will get comment text, and that should display us. So let's see if that works. So we will write here display comments, and then we are going to send in all the comments of our session state. That's the main idea. So let's open that up and see if it works. So if we refresh this and we add comment, we are getting an error. Indices must be integers. So comment text, I think this might be an issue. I think it might just be this comment. The AI is trying to be smart. There you go. So amazing video. And if I write not good, there you go. It says not good. And if I write the best, and it says the best. So as you can see now, we have comment 0, comment 1, comment 2. If you wanted to start from 1, of course you can add here 1. You can write here +1. And then if you refresh this, it will start with 1. Comment 1, amazing video 2. Comment 2 is amazing video 2, amazing video 3, and so on. So now you can see how we are able to get our comments, how we are able to display them. But now what we can do is we can classify each of these comments, and based on that we can define a color value, or we can write it's a positive, it's a negative, or something like that. So how can we do this? Now instead of creating a list, what we can do is we can create a dictionary. So earlier we created a list. These are all comments. That's very good. But instead of sending in just the comment, we will have a dictionary which will contain the comment, and it will contain whether it's positive or negative, so that we can classify it, add a color or something like that. So how can we do that? What we will do is, first of all, we need to create a function that will classify the text. So here we have this logic. All we need to do is we need to write here classify comment. And then what we can do is we can add our text here. So this is our model path, classifier, and the results. And what we can do is we can send it back. So we can put all of this here, uncomment it, push it out, and there we have it. So we have the model path, we have the classifier, and this is not the best way to do it because a lot of these things we are creating it and then writing it out. So what we can do is we can put these two at the very beginning so that this happens before the program starts. And then once we have the classifier, what we can do is we can use it here. So we give in the classifier, and we also need the comment. We need the comment and the classifier. So that's basically the idea. So here, instead of writing this text, what we will do is we will write the comment, and then it will classify this comment, and then it will return us the value, whether it's good or bad. So, but we don't really need the actual result because it has, if you remember, it has a lot of different things in it. It gives you the percentage, it gives you the dictionary, what do you call, parentheses or the brackets, and all of that stuff. We don't need that. We just need whether it's positive or whether it's negative, right? So we just need that. So how can we do that? We can simply get it by the label. So if you notice something, whenever it classifies, it gives the biggest classification in the first part. So what we can do is we can write 0. We need the answer of the first part. And then instead of having everything, we just need the label. The label will be positive or negative. So that is what we will get. So this will be our results, and we can simply return the result. So this will classify our comment. And now if we run this, what we can do is before we append the comments, we are going to classify it, and then we are going to append its value. So here we can write our comment underscore, let's say dictionary equals, we are going to give in a comment. This is our comment, equals comment, whatever text we are getting. And then, or should we call it text? Let's call it text. The other one is text as well, so let's keep it comment. Okay, let's keep it comment. And then the other one is classification. All you have to do is you have to call this function, classify comment. We will give in the classifier, and we will give in the actual comment. This will give us the comment dictionary. And then instead of appending only the text, we are going to append the comment dictionary. And that's pretty much it. So then basically this will also remain the same. And now when we go to displaying the comments, we cannot display this part, or can we? We can, but it will display our dictionary. So it will display us whether it's positive or negative. It will display us that as well. So let's go ahead and look at that. So if we refresh this and we add the comments, there you go. Comment 1, the comment is amazing video, and the classification is positive. So that's what it's showing us. So if I write this is not good. And I add the comment, and there you go. It shows that it is negative. Now we already have the information. What we need to do is, we can make it a little bit more fancy. So we can use coloring, we can use some HTML and all that. But you might say that might be a bit complicated. It's up to you if you want to do that or not. What we can do is, this is where AI really helps us out. What we can do is we can go to ChatGPT or any AI model that you prefer, and we can ask it that this is the result that we are getting, and this is the actual output, but we want to make it a little bit more fancier. So add some HTML and CSS to it so that it has a given, let's say, structure or given appearance. So that's what we can ask it to do. So I will do that. But before we do, let me know if you have any questions, if there's anything that is not clear. If you didn't want to make it fancy, you can simply write write comment, and here instead of comment, you can simply write it like this, comment, and inside that you will write comment, and then you will write classification, and that pretty much will do everything for you. So there is a missing bracket. No, there's a lot of things missing. There you go. So if we do that, it will give you only the answer. So amazing video classification is positive. We can even remove the classification part. We can just write here that this is basically positive or negative, like that. And let's see what it does. So here we can write comment 1, amazing video, so that it pushes it up. We can easily see that. We will add it later on. I will comment this for now, and we will add it later on again. So here you can see now we have comments analyzer, amazing video, add comment, amazing video positive. If I write video and add comments, then it says bad video, and that's negative. Oh, really? So someone is saying, Anant is saying, your cup jugs looks like Paul McWhooter. I am a fan of both of them. Yes, he's I would say one of the early ones to get on YouTube and explain and create these explainer videos and these coding videos. I have benefited from them as well. He's an amazing teacher, and he always keeps a cup of coffee with him. So yeah, that's true. Okay, so do we have any questions? So far, I believe it's good. If you have any questions, please add them in the chat related to this topic, because I know you guys have a lot of questions. We can answer them in a live session, maybe just for question and answers. We can do that too. But for now, whatever we have in this topic, please refer to that. And I will wait for a few minutes or seconds. And if you have any questions, you can ask. Till then, I can try it on my phone. Is it working? Did this work if the comment is emoji or icon? Okay, let's try it out. I think it should work. It should not have an issue. So we are going to emoji websites. Let's copy that and we will paste it here. Add comment, and yeah, it works. No problems with emojis. Let's try a few of them. I really like the rocket emoji. Let's find that. Let's copy this. Yeah, looks good. Okay, so now what we will do is we are going to make this fancier so that it looks like a YouTube environment, and we can see each of the comments has its own box and its own color. You can put a dot, a green dot or a red dot, and you can simplify it that way, or you can have it completely colored based on whether it's a positive or negative comment. So what I will do is, now we will go ahead and take help of ChatGPT, because this is where it really shines. And I will use ChatGPT, the free version, so that it's fair for everyone, because you can access the free one. So I will change it to 3.5, and there is my ChatGPT. Now what I will do is, I will copy the code and I will explain what exactly do I need. What we are trying to do is, we are trying to take this comment and we are trying to add a box to it. We will add some shadow to it. We will change the color of it based on whether it's positive or negative. And what we will do is, we will make it plug and play. What that means is that we will tell ChatGPT that I want it as a function. We will give him or him, we will give it this, and we will say make the changes only in this. So we can simply copy the code from there, paste it here, and see the result. We will not have to write anything in that case. Now, if you have used Streamlit, Streamlit has an HTML option in which you can write custom HTML code and make it beautiful, not with HTML, but with CSS. So both HTML and CSS you can add using Streamlit. So to do this, we will first of all copy this part, and I will go to ChatGPT 3.5. I will paste this here. Now, what we need to write, I want you to create or enhance this function to add the following functionality. So what is the functionality? Each comment should have a box with a shadow behind it, like what we see in YouTube comments, let's say. And then each comment should have the user name on top of it in bold, and the comment below it. Okay, then the comment background should be either green or let's say light green or light red based on whether it's a positive or negative comment. Streamlit, just in case we are giving it that information. I'm pretty sure it will understand it by default. What I will do is I will select all and copy this, because sometimes they have this issue, it doesn't actually send and you have to write all of that again. So what we can do is we can simply copy it. Guys, can you see now? Has it started again? Okay, great. So what we were doing is we were asking ChatGPT to help us write some HTML and CSS to add these comments. And here you can see that it is checking if the comment is positive, it will define this as the color. If the comment classification is negative, it will define this as the color, or by default, it will have this color. We don't really need a default, do we? It will be either positive or negative. Then we have this, it's giving the style, which is our CSS code, and then it is using CSS st.write, and it is allowing the unsafe allow HTML equals true, which means it will let us add HTML to this. So let's see if it did that or not. Is it the same that we are expecting it to be? So we will simply copy this. That's why we write functions. We just go ahead and paste it here. We didn't do anything else. And now let's go ahead. Guys, can you see the app? Can you please confirm if you are able to see, just to make sure we are heading in the right direction? Can you see this parts? Comments analyzer. Okay, we were having some internet issues again, but hopefully you are able to see now. So let's go ahead and refresh this, and now we will add a comment, and we have an error. It says the username is not defined. So I think ChatGPT added a username Where is the username? Here inside the comment, we have a username. So we don't need to add that. We can simply write it by the actual text username. That's it. So we can write, okay, let me check what it was. So instead of all of this, yeah, we can simply write username here. Username, and we can make it dynamic later on if you actually have the username. So we will go back and we will refresh this and add comments, and there you go. Username, amazing video. And you can see we have a box now. This is comment 1. Do we need that? No, we don't need that. So what we can do is we can go back and remove this part. We can remove, and we can save and go back to our app and add comment, and there you go. Username, amazing video. So what we can do, why didn't it show the color? So it's not made the color dynamic. So let's go ahead and look at what's happening. So here it shows that background color is this, and the background color, oh, that's why, because the positive and negative that we are getting is capitalized. So the answer we are getting it capitalized, and it's over here, it's in small letters. That's why we are having this issue. We can write here positive, and then we can write here negative. Oh, negative. There you go. So we write here positive and negative. And if I save this and refresh, there you go. You can see that now we have amazing video. What is going on? Why is there a spam? Guys, please don't spam. I will have to block. So yeah, that's the basic idea. So here we can see we have amazing video. Then if I write bad video, and then it will give us a bad video comment. And here you can see it's light, what do you call, red. So you can see the spacing is not very good. So we can use some HTML to fix that. Not HTML, CSS. So here you can see this is our style. So let's push it down and push this down. And here we can write that our margin, what was it? First of all, on the left hand side, we need something. So let's put a padding for, let's say, left is, let's say, 25 pixels. So if we go back and refresh, there you go, we have a padding. That's good. Then we can add top and bottom as well. So we can write here padding top will be, let's say, 20 pixels. Let's refresh that. I don't think it worked. Padding dash top, maybe 50. Doesn't seem to work. Maybe we already have a padding here. Box shadow. We have a margin. That's why. We have a padding here of 10 pixels. Maybe we can remove that. and then it should work. Yeah, so it does work, but it's not actually, this part is not working. Have I written the spellings wrong? Padding top, and then we have 50 pixels. Is it the semicolon? I guess so. Or is it the same? So this doesn't have an effect. I'm not sure why. Let's try bottom. Now the top and bottom doesn't work. Okay, what we can do, let's skip that for now, and we can move on to the next part, which is what do we need to do next? Yeah, so we have username, we have the comment, we have everything. You can style it a bit more later on, but it doesn't seem to work right now. We'll have to find a fix for that. But the last thing we need to do is we need to add a part where you can categorize these comments. So how do you categorize them? How do you sort them? So you can add a select box, and you can say that when I select positive, it should only show me positive. And when I select negative comments, it should only show me all the negative comments. So let's go ahead and do that. Now, if you wanted to write it, you can write it as well. But this is where ChatGPT shines. And that's why I like to use ChatGPT here. So what I will do is I will copy all of this. And I'm going to go to ChatGPT. In the same chat, I will write here, below is our code. So far, we are able to get the comments and classify them. Now, I want you to add, what I want you to add is now I want you to add a select box that will let us sort the comments based on positive, negative, and none. So these will be the 3 sorting parameters. So I think that should be good enough. Let's see what it does. Oh, it's already written, pretty much most of it. So let's go ahead and copy this. Now, this is what I want to try out. I want to copy all of that and paste it and see if it works. If it works, then we will look at the solution. If it doesn't work, we'll not look at the solution. We'll try to figure something out. So let's go ahead and refresh this. So now it says positive or negative, and if we write none, so add comments, amazing video, bad, and add comment, and then good, and then add comment. So now what we can do is we can write positive and it shows you positive. And if we do negative, and it only shows you negative. So this is how ChatGPT or AI can help you write code. Because if we were to do this, it will take us another 15 minutes, maybe 20 minutes. But with ChatGPT, you can just write a few lines of text. What did we write? We wrote only these 2 lines. That's it. And it generated the code for us. And what it did, we can see here. Let's go ahead and check it out. So what it did, it added a filter comment part, and then it is sorting based on positive and negative. Now, what I will do is I will add this code to our project page, and you can view it there as well. But I want you to try it out for yourself. Ask ChatGPT to do it for you, and then see whether it gives you the same thing or not. And here you can see it didn't change anything here. We could have asked it to make the changes in the display comments, maybe add a variable here, an argument here, that there is a sorting option. You can see it is suggesting that. So we could have done that too. But here it's doing it completely separate. We can ask it to do it in a function as well. So that's the basic idea of this. So now what we can do is we can go ahead and open up our video that we added a while back. So we can write here that st.write, not st.write, st.video, and then we can add our video. I hope this is the link of that video already. Yeah, that's the link of that video. If we now refresh, you can see comments analyzer, and here we have the amazing video, and by default it's choosing positive. We don't want that. By default it should be none, so we can put it here, none. So we save that and go back, and we refresh this. By default it should be none. So if we add comment, if it's a good one, bad one, whatever it is, we can write get lost. This is amazing. We can write all of that, and you can see. And then if we write positive, it will show us positive. And if we write negative, it will show us the negative part. So that's how simple it is. Hi bro, you are my inspiration to start computer vision journey. Thank you very much. I am glad to be of help. It must be inside the quotes. You added outside the quotes of styling. Oh, was that the problem? Where are the quotes? Okay, so it's here, and then it ends here. Did I write it outside that? Really? It should be here, and then let's write padding top and 20 pixels, and let's try that out. Refresh, and there you go. Thank you very much for pointing it out, and it works very well. So we can add at the top, we already have. Now we can add the bottom part as well. Padding dash bottom. And we will give it 20 pixels as well. So if we refresh that, giving empty space just looks better. Giving empty space to breathe, it's just better. That's why we add all of that. So here, hopefully you can see amazing video, bad video, and we add the comment, and there you go. So we are getting the comment. You can write the number of comments you have. You can write the usernames of all the comments, people that are getting in. So again, of course, if you link it to a database, then you can do a lot more when you have something like this. So that is basically the idea of our project. Now, if you have any comments, if you have any questions, you can ask in the chat. A lot of you have been following, and that is a great thing to see. It motivates me as well to keep doing this, and hopefully we will add more projects in the near future. So now we did have some problem with latency. We had an issue with our internet connection. That's why there was a little bit of delay here and there. I hope that will be resolved next time around. But if you have any questions, you can go ahead and ask in the chat if you enjoyed this video or not, and what exactly would you like to see next. Now, also remember, do sign up for GTC conference. so that you can get a chance to win the 4090. And above that, it's about learning new things. It's about experimenting. It's about knowing the latest news as well. So make sure you are there, especially for the keynote, because it will sum up a lot of the things that are happening in the AI industry. I'm an undergrad student working on similar project. I'm using DNN for classifying the comments. I'm facing problem. Help me out, please. Actually, the model classifies the tweet on degree of hate. So you can use that, or the whole thing that we have done. You can pretty much embed that to your idea. Please share the select box code. My GPT is showing different. That isn't working. Okay, no problem. No problem. We can. How can we do this? I guess I can add the code in the projects part later on, but for now, copy and paste. I don't think it will be a good idea to paste in the chat. But let's try. Let's try. Hopefully, no, it doesn't. It doesn't let you do that. Then you can do this part. And no, it doesn't let you do that either. So unfortunately, that's. So let me try that. Yeah, I think I can do that. There you go. So now you can access that chat and see the code from there. You can copy and paste. Is it possible to add facial authentication for a login to our website? Yes, of course. You can add facial authentication. You can add anti-spoofing. You can see the liveliness. There are many methods. You can do recognition and authentication as well. So yeah, that's the idea. Any more questions before we end the session? Let me try it on my phone as well. If it works. Let me check. Is there a restriction on the comment length? So over here, you mean? I don't think there is one, but I think you can add one based on your requirement. So I have it opened up here. You can see, if you can see here, let me decrease the brightness. Maybe you can see now. No, it's difficult. Anyways, you can see there's a green comment here. If I add a new comment, let's say bad video, and you can see I have two green comments and one of them is red. So you can see it works here as well, and I can do all the sorting, positive and negative as well. So this is basically the idea of our project. I hope you have liked this live session, and I hope you had followed along. If you are watching it later on, then you can of course go to our website and you can access the code over here. So currently we didn't add any code because we were going to write it live in the session. Once this is recorded, then you can of course go ahead and get the code from here from our website. Just make sure you go to CV Zone and you can log in and get access. Now the last thing I want to share with you guys is our drone programming course. So it will be releasing very soon. We already have 300 people that are interested in this course. It will be about embedding AI to drone programs. And what we will do is we will have a lot of different applications, practical applications that will show you how exactly can you fly a drone with AI embedded in it, and how AI can actually help solve your problem. So we will do car counting, we will do obstacle avoiding, and we will do what do you call it, obstacle trail. And there will be a lot of different games around it that you can create. And it is a very fun and intuitive way of learning programming and learning how to code, as well as learning how to program a drone. So it will be very, very educational. And we will be giving 50% off, actual 50%, not the fake one, the evergreen, not that one. It is 50% off on Kickstarter when we launch. So there will be an early bird price that you will be able to access 50% off. The previous Kickstarter we did was a bit expensive, but this time around it will be much cheaper, and you will be able to get access very easily. How to view on the phone? You can use the network URL. If you go to where it shows you the Streamlit app in your browser, you can simply click on the network URL, and this URL you can access from any device, and you should be able to run your app. So I believe we are pretty much done here. Again, make sure to register to NVIDIA's GTC conference, and you will get a chance to win a brand new 4090, which is 24 gigs of RAM, VRAM, and pretty much it will change how you use AI models. And AI is the future, so you have to use this stuff before you get started in the AI field. Now here you can click on register and register through the link. Then you will get access to then you will get access, and you will be entered in the pool for the giveaway of our 4090. So that is pretty much it for today. I hope you have enjoyed this video, enjoyed this. It was pretty much like a course, given that we have crossed, I guess, 2 hours mark. I'm not sure. Yeah, we have crossed 2 hours. So it is kind of a course, because when you are going step by step, when you are pretty much discussing every single part of it, then it takes time, because everyone has to follow along. You have to pause, you have to write the code. Otherwise, this might have been like half-hour video or 20 minutes video if we had just done the coding part. So learning how to come up with that solution is very important as well. That's why we went through all of this video and all of this time. So this is it for today. I hope you have learned something new. If you like these live videos, then make sure to comment below once it is done, so that we can know whether to continue this or whether to pause it. So that is pretty much it. And if you like it, make sure to like. If you love it, make sure to share it with your friends. And I will see you in the next one.